Hi folks, thanks for checking out this video here on G4G, Games for Gamers. I'm your host, Napalm Dawn, and today we're going to look at a proof of concept team for PvP. And I've done one match with them so far. I've matched them up with a team that was slightly below me in PvP, but not by too much. I think they were like 1775 and I'm 1805. And here they are. It is Satana and Nul, and it is making use of the new little baby that everybody loves, the Scroll of Rutabaga. Scroll of Rheumatoid Arthritis. I don't know really what you're going to call this thing, but basically it's going to use Satana and a little bit of the Son of the Demon set to go ahead and really turn this entire team into a gigantic glass cannon. Now, they tend to win the mirror match mostly because they tend to outpower them. The last match that I did in practice, it was a Nul and Kurth team, and we wound up going ahead and beating them simply on the strength of Nul just getting a lot of extra turns thanks to his synergy with the Devourer. So, I'm going to go ahead and explain the team and how it synergizes pretty much with the entire rest of the team over here. So my agent is running the Devourer. This is my old Devourer. I did not re-get the set when it was up for sale recently. I have the weather control device, I have the new gold sale scroll, and I have the Scourging Gaze. Now, I am not running the Mystic, and there is a reason for that. One, a lot of people like to see teams that don't utilize the Mystic in the queue because they kind of hate it. They don't have it. The other thing is, running the Mystic means my agent is not debuffed. If my agent is not debuffed, everything about the set is immediately weakened. So, here's the deal. Devourer causes one stack of bleeds, and you have Blood Curse just like the Black Knight. You can follow up on people and counter people who are bleeding. And there's not a whole lot in the meta right now that doesn't bleed, other than like Victor, and really that's about it. But your other bleeders are, of course, people like Destroyer and Wonder Man. Maybe a team that's immune to debuffs, but HAIF tends not to do that. He'll protect himself, but I haven't really ever seen him protect the whole team yet. So this provides Weakened, which loops back into the scroll. If you notice here on the scroll, if I have Weakened, I apply Incapacitation to enemies when I use it. If I have Weakened, this causes Exposed. So because it causes Exposed, I apply Soulfire when I fire off the scroll. If I have Weakened, then the Devourer does Incap. And that is the exact same thing for the scroll. If I have Weakened, the scroll will cause Incap. Well, here we go with the Scourging Gaze. This is what gives me Weakened. So now the scroll and the Devourer have a chance to cause Incapacitation. Because of Dizzy says the Scourging Gaze will apply generalized to enemies, and same for the scroll. Well, Dizzy's going to come from Satana's level 2 ability, her AoE. And the weather control device is here to provide bleeds and an emergency heal / cleanse if I need it. We know that Nul absolutely loves magic going out after he's done his World Breaker. Everything here is basically magic, including free magic if the Devourer procs the counters. Satana, everything she does is magic. Now, the reason why I'm doing this set is because of the scroll, and people like to try to use Spiral with Nul. Well, nobody has pulled the gun and tried Satana, and I would almost wager that Satana is better. But what happens is Satana trades Spiral's support and defense for just straight up offense, and she gives it to the entire team. So, we will go ahead and do a practice match, and I'll show you the team. This will be only my second time of running this group. So we'll do Nemesis here at 1792, slightly below me. And by the way, today's background music will be linked in the description. I kind of searched for Magic Ambient because of all the magic, and I came up with this. It's also brought to you by Mountain Dew Kickstart. No, just kidding. Okay, so let's see what happens after we load up over here and see what we get. If we get another Null and Kurth match, this will be really interesting. Plus, the weather control device is here for applying Exhausted to the enemy team. Now, this is a very turn order kind of a team, and it's going to be a real chess match to decide what your agent is going to do, depending on what you're facing. So it looks like we're facing a QuickNul, and the enemy agent is going first, and then my Null goes, which is good for magic. So we're just immediately going to world break the enemy team. Unfortunately, we have a blaster over there, and we don't have any tacticians, so no counters for Satana. But, you know what? World break time. Oh, so null counter and a sweet nothings, which applies distracted. However, he did still get off a world breaker, but you'll notice it missed Satana, and that's because of the distraction. So, what I'm going to do here is, since I do not have any single target, I cannot take advantage of StarLord until he attacks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exhaust the enemy team, simply because I don't want them getting extra turns from StarLord's passives. And since Satana has not gone yet, I don't have that much. Well, actually, no. It looks like I have a ton of debuffs over here. So by me doing this, I'm going to apply a ton of debuffs to the enemy team, and it's going to be magic. So there's 2 stacks of Meteor Swarm on StarLord. He takes a smack. Satana procs the Sweet Nothings. And thanks to that, we get the extra turn. So now at this point, I'm going to use the Scourging Gaze, which will apply off balance and cornered to continue making sure that these guys do not do counters. And now Satana gets to go. At this point, I do not have any of her demons up, any of her good ones, because she hasn't acted yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply the AoE. If somebody's in death range, I would use her level 9. So, look at those meteor stacks going on that enemy agent, and he's stunned because of the incap. So, you're not worthy, and let's try to avoid StarLord, and let's go for Null. And he's look at that! Look at that! It's like I didn't have to lift a finger and the enemy team just melted. So at this point, we're going to soul kiss our way to victory over here. And that should be enough for the fatal blow. And bazinga. So that was pretty easy. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break real quick and show you guys how I've ISO'd the team over here before I jump into another practice. So for Satana, she is not 14, so I only have her on call. What I could do is apply Thorn over here to her Fiery Fist. I could apply Shield Breaker to the Fires of Hell. And Soul Kiss is ranged in magic, but if you notice, it isn't stealthy. So perhaps stealthy would be a way to go here to make sure that nobody tanks me trying to get a fatal blow. Over here, I have her personal ISO, which of course you saw doing the Sweet Nothings. That is the chance to preemptively apply Distracted when an enemy attacks. And we have Sting, which is counters apply poison, because why not? But you could also use Blurred. And here's Mr. Arthas trying to make an appearance. He's going to go and sit back down here for a little while. So let's do one more practice, and you'll see what a glass cannon this team could be. They don't have the most amount of survivability, but it's not too bad if needed. So nobody's that close below me, so I'm going to shoot up the ladder a little bit and attack Agent Luck Ace. Kind of sounds like a Chinese restaurant, doesn't it? That's good, refreshing Mountain Dew Kickstart. Totally not sponsored by them. No, just kidding. Yeah, honestly, no, it's not an attempt at product placement. I'm just thirsty. And it's a Saturday, so why not indulge in a nice little energy drink? So sometimes full screen, of course, likes to do this. We're stuck here at the loading screen. So let's go ahead and pause it for the battle to load. Alright, so we are back. And let's go back to full screen. There we go. We have and we agent that's gun. This is what is about expands to kind area. That's a roof you have there. So first have debuff bow skinned, which means that applying eyes, but applying soul and I'm in cap. So I'm gonna get the fire exhaust. It does running and the deep and counter from and there's rifle amount of damage. Now let's roll. Gives us what we can do. Null funny math after that. Go ahead, fire soul. But I'm a cow and there is over there. I was gonna if hacked and you'll I have the first thing. I have this there's and there goes count. I have the gun I use the okay and shut he's def counter. So go ahead you exalt risk over here. But his air urgent game away. Suck it. Love his fortune. So we will do the enemy and combat and avoid that meteor really good light L roll now heal on the happens here. Oh that's and round the for suck. So definitely air and now they roll break but we get his count and agents to the D and it's not good on so one definitely doing well. It's happened really good but wow the thing takes him no name of it no can he do no they get turned it oh it's the prize with games that don't belong Jan if also there you go compare how we see enemy and so from arm better than defense solid tactic nominal line there better is better accuracy of V close so much all 30 to 8 is a few there you run file see what is like because it get con CT like this defensive guys run to deep out the sign get to also and his really real alert just stood towards and there you go hope you got the video interesting I'm sure to everybody the weekend's video